was I like in high school?
Oh my God. In high school,
Oh God, what I was like in high school.
I went to a Catholic high school, so I wore a school uniform, and I remember my first time going to a public school party, and I was like mortified. I was just like, oh my God, there's people having sex in this bedroom, and this one girl was telling me to like take my top off. I still had a bra underneath, but she was like, I'll take my top off, and we'll just wear bras, and I was like, what is wrong with you? And like all this stuff, and now it's funny how I see myself now, and I'm like, take your top off. No, you're not wearing a bra, even better.
In high school, I was super unpopular and slutty, but also very smart. I was in most of the honors and AP classes, didn't have a ton of friends, but I went to a small school so everyone knew who I was, so though I was unpopular, I knew a lot of people.
I went to a performing arts high school, so it was like really, really small, and I was definitely the kid that like didn't fit in, but quite the opposite reason. Most kids who go to public school, it's the art kids, the ones who dress all in black, the people who aren't quite the cookie cutter mold that are the ones that are ostracized. But in the art school, I was the like preppy cheerleader who liked the color pink. And so I was at the art school, and that's not what the mold is there. So I ended up being the one that was a little more of an outcast. So it was an interesting role reversal.
Oh my God. In high school, I was a disaster, as I'm sure everyone was. But I spent some time being kind of a little gothy mall rat kid who hung around the food court with the kids who were playing Magic the Gathering and went every month to the Rocky Horror Picture Show, so you could say I was pretty cool.
I feel like I was more like popular, but popular for like, I wouldn't say the wrong reasons. I was like the only like openly trans student in school, so people knew me as like the different trans LGBT kid in high school.
Oh, in high school, I was mostly focused on, actually you can almost say like I was obsessed in getting straight A's. Didn't happen, probably because I was overthinking a lot of things, but I was mostly reading a lot, focused on the studying and stuff.
I mouthed off a lot, definitely to teachers and authority. I slept a lot in class. I didn't really participate much, and I dressed like a complete weirdo. And it's so weird because all my friends were like the hot popular friends, and then I was just like the weird one that like they happened to be friends with.
I kind of hung out with the bad crowd, go figure. Skipping school, sneaking out in the middle of classes and smoking cigarettes and going to the convenience store and just buying snacks. I was just a bad kid.
In high school, I was definitely not popular. I was definitely a weird kid. I was going to a lot of raves. I did a bunch of drugs, got that shit out of my system early, and just fucking off a lot. I was kind of a shithead.
In high school, I did marching band. I also did German club. I also did theater. Very artsy-fartsy.
I was pretty weird in high school. I was stage manager for the drama club. I had my group of friends, but we were all like the weirdos that kind of lumped together. But I wouldn't say I was unpopular.
I was a little goth kid. I wore like fishnets and like black high heel boots and little tiny skirts and corsets and like a ton of black eyeliner. Skipped school a lot and drank and smoked, but I still managed to graduate early with a pretty good GPA. I don't know how that happened, but I definitely had a lot of fun.
I was weird. Actually, it was how I look like now, except really weird hair, like the short spiky hair, and a lot less titties, and not so revealing. That's pretty much it. I was a punk. I was just a punk.
In high school, I left home at 15, and I was addicted to drugs, and I was on and off kind of homeless. I toured in a punk band. I went to an art school occasionally, but I mostly didn't really go. I somehow graduated.
School for me was very silly because I didn't take it. I was the class clown. I was always the class clown. I met a lot of interesting people there that probably got me to where I'm at this point, like figuring out I wanted to do sketch comedy and everything. And it was just a school for kids on the verge of dropping out. So that's where I met like the most musically talented like kids there and everything, and it was great. So yeah, I didn't really care for school. It was kind of boring, and focus-wise, it was nothing I was gonna benefit from.
So my first year of high school, I was really into sports and, really being into my studies. And then I really got into partying and, just going out and being social.
In high school, it was weird. I was actually popular because first off, I was kind of like one of the little goth kids, but I was known for banging a lot of dudes. So it was kind of like the slutty goth girl. So I was popular in a way. But like, I banged more guys that were way older than me than the guys at school. I maybe banged like 2 or 3 guys in school, and then everyone else I was banging was like a lot older.
Yeah, I believe in junior year, I believe I started getting sluttier.
Like I was pretty monogamous in high school. I didn't really break out until college.
I was slutty, but not as slutty as I had a reputation for.
Being slutty did not make me popular in high school, but I also went to an all-girls school, so.
I was not slutty in high school at all. I actually lost my virginity when I was a sophomore, which was pretty early for me, and I didn't have sex for like an entire year after that. I don't know. I feel like that's not very slutty. Maybe that's slutty. I don't know.
Did I have a lot of sex in high school? With other people?
I was literally a missionary. No, I just spent a lot of time in missionary.
So I was slutty with my boyfriend at the time. I had sex at a young age with him, and same thing with like anal sex and stuff like that. So our friends always knew that if like the car was moving or if the like windows were steamy, that they should just like give us some time, avoid coming up to the window unless they wanted to show.
I wanted so badly to be slutty in high school. I wore my little short plaid mini skirts and my fishnets, and I wanted to get laid, but the truth of the matter is, I did not succeed at being slutty. I failed miserably because people thought I was pretty strange, and I was.